Hi, my name's Julie. I've grown up watching my parents in a toxic relationship. My dad was physically and emotionally abusive, and I struggled really bad with social anxiety and even depression, major depression at one point in my life a few years back. And so I had been thinking about suicide and just kind of dug myself in a hole. And so, after years of therapy and just trying to negate that negative self-talk, I've been trying to create a happier life for myself and something that I could be comfortable in, a mental space that I was happy in. Merrill had led me through the Wim Hof breathing method. During the Wim Hof breathing, he had told me to imagine my younger self and imagine myself giving her a hug, holding her hand, telling her that everything is going to be okay. And in that moment, I went back to a car ride where we were driving down from New Jersey to Florida, a road trip, and we had just stopped for ice cream at Dairy Queen. My parents had a huge blowout, and basically my dad was mad that my mom was she wanted to open the sunroof, and he wanted it closed. And so he got so angry that he shoved the ice cream that my mom was eating in her face as she was driving and was telling her to pull over on the side of the highway, telling her to get out of her own car. He was basically trying to take us and leave her on the side of the road. And I remember my brother and sister crying and holding on to me, and we were just all crying, and it was just a sad moment. And so I imagined myself as I am right now, going to her, sitting across from her, and seeing all that pain and the stress in her face. And I held my hand out to her and told her that everything's going to be okay. It's going to get better, and you're going to be so much happier in time. And right now, I am just in such a great space in my life. I can definitely grow in many areas, but I am so much better off than where I was. And I attribute that to this healing journey that I'm on and going after things that make me feel fulfilled and happy. So after that breath work, I felt very calm. I felt like I had really gotten in touch with my inner self. And also after doing that, my younger self interaction, Merrill had told me to imagine the highest version of myself, the most enlightened, healthiest, happiest, and imagine her coming to me and her giving me a hug and looking me right in the eyes and telling me, you're going to be so incredibly happy in just a short amount of time if you keep working on yourself and you keep growing as a person. Surround yourself with people that lift you up rather than tear you down. My dad used to tell me, nobody's ever going to love you, and that stuck with me. It really stayed in my head, and I believed it. And I've met so many people that have taught me that I am lovable. And then also we did a cold exposure. I spent 2 minutes in a cold shower. Merrill instructed me through it and told me to focus on my breath. My body can handle whatever it throws, whatever life throws at me. And so I did just that, focused on my breathing, and it definitely helped. And right afterwards, I felt so rejuvenated. I felt like I was ready to take on the day. And I could feel there's so many benefits to cold water exposure. You just feel overall so energized. And I would definitely say that that's how I felt afterwards. And yeah, it was just an incredible experience. I would definitely recommend Merrill to anyone trying to get into some breath work and meditation. He's always been a very influential person in my life, and he is so full of energy, and he just exudes this soothing, energetic presence, aura, if you would. He's just an incredible person. So anyway, thank you, Merrill.
Huawei.